Today, I'm going to be comparing two different LEGO Star Wars $30 Mega Battle Packs. And I know technically there are two other sets that kind of fit this mold, being the 501st Legion Clone Troopers from 2020 and the Rebel Trooper Speeder versus the Imperial Dropship from 2024. But I feel that these two sets fit the $30, Super Battle Pack mold the most. And I say $30 because that's kind of the value precedent we're setting here. Not to say they both cost $30, we'll get into that in a minute, but I think they both fit the mold the closest out of all four quote-unquote Mega Battle Packs LEGO has released, so I figured a comparison is in order. First off, we have set 75431, the 327th Star Corps Clone Troopers Battle Pack with 258 pieces and retailing for a whopping $45. And then we have set 75372, the Clone Trooper and Battle Droid Battle Pack with 215 pieces and retailing for only $30, but it is constantly on sale for around $24. First, I'll be comparing the minifigure values from set to set. Starting with the 327th Battle Pack, the Clone Troopers in this set are really great in my opinion, suffering from only one major issue, or possibly two. First of all, one of the Clone Troopers does not get an accessory for his helmet holes to utilize, and I think that would have been nice if all four clones got it. I'm not sure why 3 clones got accessories and 1 clone was skimped out on. Kind of doesn't make a lot of sense, and like I mentioned in my review for this set, would have been nice for at least 1 or 2 of the clones in this set to have macro binoculars as well. But even 4 rangefinders I think would be better than 3 rangefinders and then a bottle of nothing for this guy. And then the second major issue being the lack of cloth comma, of course, on these guys. Had they been given physical waist capes, I think they would have been pretty much perfect Clone Troopers in my opinion. The helmet print coverage is amazing, love the battle damage detailing on them. The plastic pauldrons look really great as well, and all the minor inaccuracies that I know are present in this set don't bother me at all. And then comparing that to the Clone Troopers and the Clones and Droid Battle Pack, it's interesting because they're more plain clone designs. There's no battle damage or wear and tear printed on them, but I think they do have some faults of their own. First of all, no accessories were included in this set, and I think some accessories would have made a lot of sense in this set. I think your Shock Trooper could have gotten a rangefinder because he looks like he's more of an officer type minifig in the set. Your Sniper could have gotten a macro binocular, and then your 2 regular clones could have gotten a mix of rangefinders and visors and whatnot and whatever LEGO really deemed fit, but just including, a big accessory pack in this set so kids and adults alike can just mix and match and customize their clones however they like. I think that would have made a big difference. But you see all of their ugly helmet holes and there's no accessories to plug them up. So that aspect of the set is kind of annoying, and it's something that most of the 327th clones do not suffer from. But at the same time, these Clone Troopers don't have any sort of waist cape, so that's one less problem they have to face. But the Shock Trooper himself is a different problem, I think. I really like how LEGO included colored arms for the 327th Clone Troopers. It really makes them pop and look a lot more special. I think the same thing could have happened with this Shock Trooper, and it would have helped him out a lot. But one thing I do want to mention that I love with both of the minifig selections is the blaster selection. They both have the same arrangement of blasters in the set. There's one minifigure with a blaster and binoculars, being the officer type fig. There's 2 regular figures with like the normal clone blasters, and then there's 1 sniper or like heavy trooper for each set. So I really like how LEGO's doing that. And then in this set, we saw the reintroduction of Super Battle Droids in 2024 with an amazing new mold. The same mold is used in both sets. They both get equal points there, and the same amount of minifigs is also included for the Super Battle Droids. But this set also includes 2 B1 Battle Droids, one of which can fit on your staff, and that's why he has 2 of those arms and not an arm that can actually hold his blaster. But to be honest, it's really hard for me to decide which set has better minifig quality because problems that are present in this set are not present in this set and vice versa. But to be honest, looking at these minifigs, what impresses me more is the 327th Clone Troopers, especially with those new rangefinders and plastic pauldrons. I think they just really impressed me compared to this set where these minifigs are great, but they're just more basic design in canon, and I think that makes them fall just a bit short to the 327th Clone Troopers. Next, I'm going to discuss the playability for each set's builds. First of all, the 227th Clone Trooper, you can obviously fit your Clone Trooper on the ATRT. You can fit their weapons and the clips on the back there, which is a really great feature, of course. And although a lot of people don't like it, there's a stud shooter in the front, so kids do have the option there to fire the stud shooter. And then there's another great play feature in this set. And then there's also this little stud shooter cannon down there that you can use No stud shooter with the spider droid, but the build does look much better because of that. I'll get more into that later. So you get really 2 or 3, I think, play features with the set. Maybe 4 if you count like the ATRT's legs being able to move around and stuff with your clone trooper in it. And then looking at the clones and droids battle pack, you of course have this barrier build with the stud shooter, and you can detach these shields and use them with your clone troopers. So I really like that aspect of it. You can open this crate there for a thermal detonator, which I think is another play feature. This speeder has stud shooters on either side. You can clip the weapons on the back. The Stap Speeder, of course, can fit a droid, but it doesn't have a stud shooter or anything like that. And the Octopar Tri-Droid does have these missiles you can fire off. I'm not even going to count how many play features is in this set, but you can obviously tell it's more than is included in the 327th Battle Pack. So, as far as playability goes, I think the Clone and Droid Battle Pack wins, no doubt, not even close. But how about design and displayability? The build quality itself. Which set has better builds? To be honest, I think it's the 327th Battle Pack. I mean, looking at the Clones and Droids Battle Pack, if you look at the droid side of things, let me just move the clone vehicles out of the way here. It looks amazing. You get a really great Stap Speeder design. Basic, but that's all it has to be. It looks good. And the Octopar Tri-Droid is also a really great selection for this set. Works really well. And I think it was done super well in Battle Pack form. Looks amazing, looks great, has play features as well. And the droid side of things is pretty much perfect in this set. But looking at the clone side of things, this speeder honestly disappoints me so much. Why weren't those transparent pieces included here to make the speeder look like it was floating? Like, this looks like a 4+ set, and I know LEGO was trying to have a callback to the original Clone Battle Pack. That's why the whole color scheme for this set is similar, and probably why the builds are so basic, especially for the clone side. But seriously, LEGO, this looks like a 4+ build. Like, it's like you didn't even try, honestly. Like, just a few easy things could have been done to improve this build a lot for me. It was very, very close to being a decent Battle Pack build, but it just looks a little bit too blocky. Like, it's just, you know, a speeder, like, dragging on cement. Like, it just doesn't look like a Star Wars speeder to me. It looks kind of disappointing. The barrier build, although it has great playability, it does not look good, especially with that big honking stud shooter right there. Not really a huge fan. The crate build, it's simple, it's good. It's good for what it is. It's a thermal detonator, not gonna dog on that. But just the overall build quality is not as great. When you look at this set, in my opinion, you have the 2 best versions, you know, this stupid stud shooter build aside, which no one cares about anyway. You have 2 of the best Battle Pack builds I think I've ever seen. The Spider Droid is an amazing, like, it's the best Dwarf Spider Droid design we've ever had by far, and I'm interested on how you could make it better. Maybe modifying some things with the legs here, maybe having this piece right here flipped so you don't see the stud on the outside. But other than that, like, this is pretty much a perfect Dwarf Spider Droid build. And looking at the ATRT, the scale of it is right in between the 501st Battle Pack scale, which is an oversized, heavily detailed ATRT, and the Minifig scale ATRT. So, in my opinion, it's a perfect hybrid, great balance between the two, has great details, but it's not, like, quite too big where it just looks, like, honestly, comically, you know, insane how big it is, but it still looks really, really good, and the scale is not bad. But what about the value? Arguably the most important category when it comes to battle packs. You're probably trying to build a clone army when you're buying these sets. So which set provides the better value? And it's outstandingly going to be the Clones and Droids Battle Pack, which I'm sure you all knew before you clicked on this video, but it's honestly insane the value this set provides, especially nowadays, which I'll get into that in a minute. But let's take a look at what the standards this set gave you for a Mega Battle Pack. This set basically tells you you need at least 6 battle droids and then 4 clone troopers. So that's 2 battle packs, right? Droids aren't exactly full minifigs, so you get a few extra compared to your clone troopers, and it kind of evens out the value there, giving you a respectable versus battle pack. $30, 9 minifigs or characters if you don't count the droids as minifigs, all for $30. But if you look at the mold this set presented and what LEGO did with this set, it falls short in a lot of ways. You only get 3 super battle droids for your droid side, so you're basically missing at least 2 droids to make it even on the droid side of things. You do get 4 amazing clone troopers, but the set is $45 US, which is honestly insane. $15 more than this battle pack, and it includes 2 less droids, and not to mention it reuses the super battle droid mold that this set introduced. So, like, LEGO's cost for this set was probably more than it was for this set. That's just at least what I'm assuming. Who really knows the ins and outs of the production, but it's just crazy comparing the price. But when it really gets even crazier, even worse, is when you take a look at this set on sale. You can get this set pretty much anywhere nowadays for $24. That brings out each battle pack within the set, like the clone side versus the droid side, $12 each in 2025. Isn't that just spectacular value? I mean, you know, there's slight flaws with the minifigs aside, I still think that's just amazing value. And just reviewing this set again and taking a look at it, I think I'm gonna buy a lot more of these. In my opinion, if the 327th Clone Battle Pack were to be a fair value, I would price it at $25 to $27. Because I value regular battle packs still with LEGO Star Wars at $20. I don't agree with the $23 new price tag. So the Super Battle Droids included and the Spider Droid would be worth around $5 to $8, which I think is very, very fair because you're not getting a full battle pack's worth of droids on this side. So keeping it $25 to $27 I think would be amazing, and it'll be great once the set is on sale eventually, and I can't wait to pick up a few more because I am not buying any more for $45. The only reason I did it was so I could make this content for you guys, but otherwise I would not have purchased this set. This set, however, I made a whole Clone Army video about it because it was so much fun buying multiple of these on release. But with that being said, that is going to be my full comparison for the 327th Battle Pack that just came out a few days ago to the Clones and Droids Mega Battle Pack. Leave a like on today's video if you all did enjoy, and comment down below if you want to see more comparison videos on the channel. I do really enjoy them, so if there are any sets you guys have in mind, I definitely wouldn't mind making a comparison. With that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Have an amazing day. Peace out.